Hi, welcome back to Metro Last Light Redux. So I was actually noticed when I was going through and editing and creating all these videos a while ago that I had actually screwed up somewhat with Khan. And apparently the audio was just completely screwed up the entire way, and I didn't really catch it. I think something happened with the export or whatever until after I'd already gotten rid of all of these files. So this is going to be a redo of the story of Khan. So you can, let's go ahead and let's just get started and hop right in here. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, just going to be doing Spartan normal mode, just to play it as simply as I can.
You complete a mission and give the base a radio hail on your way back to let them know you're coming. They send you on another milk run. Sometimes I wish radio was never invented. Anyway, this time it seems like fun. I've got to stop a Hansa train captured by the Reds. It's been quite some time since I had stuff to blow up, so never mind if I do.
I like Ullman. So this story isn't actually going to necessarily be just playing as Khan. We're actually going to be experiencing part of Khan's backstory, learn a little bit more about him, and we're going to be spending a good chunk of it playing as Ullman. And now Ullman is going to actually, I think he's going to be blowing up the train. I think he's why the train that had the Dark One on it actually exploded in the first place.
Secret Agent Ullman on the air.
Cut the jokes. The target's approaching.
Roger that.
By the way,
Yes?
are you sure you won't blow the tunnel up?
You can take it to the bank.
All right then. Over and out.
It's like how confident he is. And here comes the train. You can just see the light down there. And so I think probably right around now our team is probably finishing killing off the last communists on the train.
Here we are.
And I do really like this jury-rigged detonator that they have. There we go. Just gonna say, I might want to lean back, Ullman.
Now that's what I call a job well done.
Yep, Ullman is very proud of himself. So let's see, what do I have weapon-wise? I have a scoped AK, and I have just an auto shotgun. Those are good enough. And let's go down. Who is gonna hop out? Hey, Khan!
Come this time.
It's a long story. We've been chasing this train.
Well, looks like you caught up with it finally, so you can take your time and tell. We? Who?
Artyom and me. Artyom, by the way, is on the other side of this cave-in by the looks of it.
Artyom? What the hell is he doing here? Saving the metro again?
I'll tell you later. Let's go.
Where to?
Somewhere, because Khan is mysterious.
I have a lot of news for Mira, and none of it is good.
And what about Artyom?
Although he did end up on the other side of the cave-in, I'm sure he'll get the police with little trouble. We'll meet him there. Let's go.
Sounds good, Khan. I will go ahead. I think I died twice in this, and they were two events that were kind of understandable, and I'll explain why as we get to them. So this is obviously not a fresh run. I've talked about that with some of the other episodes before. I have done pretty much all of the DLC, and you know, by now I think, yeah, by now I should have finished off Fear.
Hits the fan.
This way should lead us to Polyenka, and it's very close to police.
Sounds good, Khan.
Happen on the way there, though.
What do you mean?
Like this.
People see things here. Some see the past, others the future.
Great. Terrific. Hallucinations.
The scientists at police tend to write
Ooh,
it off
boy.
as such. But I think this is something more profound. Polyenka shows people things that have to be seen. Let's go and see what it has in store for us.
Let's go on into here. Hello, kids. So, there's a interesting question that's kind of... the hell? Oh, that might have just been Khan. You know, we learned at the end of Last Light, or not even at the end of Last Light, that during Last Light, the reason Artyom was able to communicate with the Dark Ones is because they marked him. That's why he had the visions, that's why he had all of this stuff. So why is Ullman experiencing this? Why is Ullman, and, you know, what exactly is the story with Khan? He's obviously some sort of, like, mystic, but why are both of them being exposed to this? Or is this more common, and Artyom just happened to be the only one who could, like, fight his way through it?
The tunnel collapsed, and the train got cut off from the world outside.
Sounds about right.
Probably didn't even know there was a war. Waiting for help. Hope for salvation.
Be a pretty awful way to go, honestly, locked into this tomb.
This place is
What the hell? There we go.
bare. You smell it? Do you sense the evil lurking about? The devil is always there where suffering is.
Yes, he is, Khan.
Damnation. I should not have listened to his bullshit. Now I'm seeing things.
I like the idea that Ullman is just saying this stuff out loud instead of just like thinking it. He's just sitting here just being like, yeah, why am I listening to this fucking moron? And Khan's just staring at him like, you know I'm here, right? Alright, let's keep moving. Hello.
Khan,
So, yep, there's more hallucinations going on here. And we are inside of the train. Oops. And there's a shadow. Nope, that's actually just a person. Oop, hello. So I'm trying not to get triggered by these things because I don't know if it's possible to like get too far in and then have you die with them. I think that happened once in I think 2033. But here we are. We can actually go in and we can see what the train looked like when the world was ending.
Holman, wake up! How are you?
Good thing Khan was here.
I think, yeah, I'm okay.
Let's move then. We shouldn't stay here for long.
Alright, sounds good, Khan. Let's get going. I'm gonna get the hell off this place before more spooky shit happens.
Stop. What's up?
Oh, it's our old friend.
Anomaly, don't move.
Yep, these guys make a return.
Movement.
I almost wish that they maybe did a little bit more with these things, but at the same time, they're a little bit... I don't know the right word. A little bit too mystical, maybe? Like, they're never really explained. I'm actually trying to remember how much they're even really talked about in 2033 beyond, like, vague references. Because in 2033, the closest thing, I think, is the weird...
To tell back at the base.
I think it's the weird, like, biological jelly stuff that you experience at the end of there, but I don't remember many references to the, like, actual electrical anomalies as such. I want to check up here. I want to make sure there's nothing. Nope, it looks like we're all good. This door can't be opened. I don't really know what that noise is, like what that growling is, but I don't think it's going to be a problem for us. Ooh, can I? Nope. Con, buddy, you gonna go ahead and open that up, or do I have to? Oh, nope, there we go. Went ahead and opened it.
Oh, that stench is something else.
Yes, it's definitely here.
Oops, let's go ahead and top this off.
It just has to be this way. There's never any alternative.
And apparently it's just a thing for rangers to go face first down these pits. You know, which I understand Artyom obviously did. Oop, let me turn that out because that was a little blinding.
Nest somewhere close by. Stay sharp.
Sure thing, buddy. Yeah, this would not be a good place to be, because this is obviously where dozens of people have died. Kind of curious if these bodies are dragged here, or if this is like maybe where the people who were more ambulatory went after the apocalypse. But okay, let's go into the vent. And we're coming up on one of the first places that I died, actually. Get to crawl through the spider-filled vent. Fuck this.
I've noticed a tendency.
What kind?
Well, whenever we go somewhere, weird shit starts happening.
Yeah, he's actually not wrong at all. Wherever Khan is going is basically guaranteed to be weird nonsense. And that was just ahead. I think I didn't even notice that last time. Ooh, shotgun shells. And that's an Osalis.
Wow, I almost shit myself. have thought it would get me.
Alright, let's get out that, and
What is that? Quiet. Listen.
that is a whole shitload of spiders. That would be fucking horrifying. But, looks like the spiders are running from something. The spiders are running from that, and that is a horde of rats. So, this is actually one of the first places that I died. If you stay off to the left, the rats can, like, nibble at you from the side there. And I did it, and I ended up getting eaten to death despite being right next to Khan. So stick off to the right side of the wall there, which I really didn't notice until the second time that I came through.
Damn. I never saw this many rats in my whole life.
And through that door is actually the second place that I died. If you stray from Khan with his torch, if you try to open that door, what happens is that the rats end up eating you alive. So it's obviously very miserable. We do have to go through there, which is why I did, but we have to go through here in just a moment. This is a fuckload of rats, Jesus. Alright, good thing none of those sparked. That could have been bad. And we're doing this to actually divert the rats away from us.
We've got to turn the light on.
Are you really thinking all these rats will just go home if we turn the lights on?
No, but I know for a fact that wires with current in them attract electric anomalies. There's one quite close by.
Well, there's a lot of things close by, except for a way out. What do we need that anomaly for?
It senses movement.
So what? Oh, I see. Movement. Khan, you're great after all.
Faster. I saw some backup batteries on the way here. We've got to charge them up.
Alright, so this is actually... Oop, did the Steam overlay thing. This is actually where we run into those two side doors. I don't actually know if you need to stay for that whole thing or not. I just do to make sure that the rats can despawn. But we have to go into both of these side doors, use our little charger to turn on some stuff, and then we need to get the hell back to Khan. So, in here, there's actually a handful of mutants that we're going to have to deal with in both locations. So, let's first turn on this one. And then I think some of the Nasalises are going to spawn in behind us, like we just heard. So, fuck you. Is there any ammo or anything in here? Can I... Yeah, here we go. Perfect. And they do give you a med kit just in case you end up tanking the hit. Let's go. Perfect. Oh, and it sounds like Khan is actually getting into a bit of a fight himself. Yep, not quite enough. I do like the idea behind the anomalies as, like, as things that, you know, you can interact with, and I kind of wish that they were explored a little bit more in the game. You know, that they could have more of an effect on stuff. Let's see, is there any other... Nope, no more ammo, nothing here. Alright. Yeah, I do wish that they were maybe used a little bit more often in the game. Maybe, you know, the characters would... You know, maybe we could turn them on to mess with certain fights, but, you know, Metro is a much, much more linear game than the Stalker franchise would be. So that would be something I would expect out of, like, the Stalker games, but not this. Yeah, go away, you fucker. Don't know that I've ever actually not killed those things, so I don't know if they're just going to sit there and keep roaring or what. Yes, it does.
You know, I think the anomalies aren't reliable enough. Let's just shoot them all.
Ullman, I don't know how many bullets you think we have. Oh, yeah, it's here. But I don't think I'm packing hundreds of thousands of rounds. But let's go ahead and see what happens with the anomaly. And apparently it also knows how to stop gasoline from combusting. Or it evaporated all the gasoline. I'm not really sure.
Wow, such a show.
Let's see if he makes...
A
Yep.
shame so much meat is going down the drain.
Yeah, I think the original time I'd forgotten that he said that, where the guys, when we did the shooting competition with Artyom at the place that we find, where we get the teddy bear, they talk about, you know, making rat barbecue. I think I made a comment about, you know, that meat going to waste, and then Ullman made it as well. Okay, is there anything else here? Yes, we are. Khan, let's go.
Is it time to open champagne yet?
Apparently not, Ullman. Trying to be quiet just in case they speak, but I think, yeah, this is a little bit more of a slower area. So, Khan, you look a little nervous, buddy. What's on your mind? More hallucinations. Great. Yeah, it is, Khan. Besides the screaming people and the sudden blue fog. Are you openable? Nope. And the kettle is going off, despite there being no fire. I'm actually really happy with this DLC for two reasons. One, it expands a little bit more on Khan's backstory, and we're going to see why. And two, I like that they actually reference the rat swarms. I think I talked about it in one of the games, that Artyom's original station where he grew up and his mother were devoured by rats.
It was empty.
Empty, but not your regular empty. Let's go. Do as I do and don't talk to them, whatever happens. You can talk to me, but not them.
Whatever you say, Chief.
Probably a good idea to listen to him, Ullman. But yeah, they talk about how Artyom's mother and the whole station were eaten by rats. And I thought that was just neat, because they never really talk about it in 2033 or anything outside of the notes. But it's a nice little reference that, I mean, in a place like this, there would be hundreds of rats, if not thousands upon thousands, eating off the refuse and the corpses. And especially in a place like this, where there's just endless ventilation ducts and stuff, and all these bodies down here in the confined spaces, it would be understandable. So, let's go over here and see what's the story with these two. Hello, gentlemen. How was your day going?
They think they're alive.
It's just an anomaly. They don't think, Khan. They're a hallucination. Well, guys, let's have a drink.
It's really good timing on the writing there.
To living.
Drink. Now.
But you told me I couldn't talk to them.
And now I tell you to drink.
Ah, well, why shouldn't we, eh? To life.
So, let's go drink some weird hallucination vodka, I guess.
Great stuff.
Yes, yeah, listen to me, huh? You're not a bad guy, you're not. But you keep to yourself too much. Always sitting with your books, even talking you into getting a drink and stuff. Нахуй, lighten up a bit, Khan.
Yeah, or you'll just end up all alone.
Good timing, buddy.
Khan, get ready.
So, a couple of things here. We have this thing. Now, I talked about this and thinking maybe in Last Light. This is basically like a revolver action shotgun. Gonna be pretty useful here because of the fact that we're fighting Nosalises. I'm mostly gonna rely on it because the assault rifle isn't super handy here. Unless you have really good aim, which we've, I think, conclusively proven that I don't. Oops. And we get more than enough ammo during this. I think each shot is maybe as powerful as one of the double barrel shells. I don't think it's quite as powerful as the long-barreled shotgun, but it's almost as good. And having the extra firepower, I think, is pretty useful. It's because you have, I think, 8 rounds in the magazine. Yeah, I think there's 8 tubes. I never really got a chance to count, but it would seem right. Let's go ahead and keep on fighting here. This actually isn't actually too long of a fight, but this is only going to be the first stage. Can you die already, fucker? Apparently not. Probably would help if I could actually hit these things. Let's see, are you coming up? Alright. Yeah, and something else that's kind of neat about this, if you take a look in the mechanism, you can tell it's basically made from bicycle parts. And I don't remember, I think the name of it actually is something like that. So, let's go pull back, and let's go see what's going on down here. Is anything? Alright, yeah, there's one of our helpers. He ran back to close the gate to help secure it, and he was helping us from up top. No more ammo or anything, good.
What's up, huh? Where is everyone?
They flanked us. The station is a bloodbath.
Well, let's get moving, buddy.
Children out through the side passages. But they can't hold the south entrance. We've got to do something.
Khan Kuzmich, get to the storage on the double. We'll blow the south entrance now. Kostik, stay here. Okay.
Alright, so we get to go blow up an entrance now. Oh, shit. Hello. Let's see. I think that's a scripted event. Yeah. And there goes our helper, buddy. And yeah, you can see how many rounds that guy took to take down. I'm not going to swap out for that, because I'd rather have the extra firepower here. Although I think... Oop, hello. Die already. So, this is the main portion of the station. And there's a significant problem here. Right out there is a door that needs to collapse. We need to seal it. In order to do that, we need some kind of an explosive. So what we have to do is we actually need to head down here to the armory area, and we need to get some kind of landmine or explosive device that they have left here. Let's see, there's that, and here we go. Some sort of a canister full of plastic explosive, I assume. And there is an Asalis directly to my right. Oh boy. Yeah, if we run up there, all that happens is that we get a message from somebody who says, hey, you know, we need to blow the gate. I'm gonna just take a little bit more of a run through the fiery area, Alex. I do think that we can actually get a Helsing here, but I'm not gonna waste my time with it. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quick plant the explosive. Alright, and we need to haul ass out of here. Oop, hello. Oh yeah, one of them decided to jump us, so bad timing for them. So let's see. We just tried to blow shut the station entrance, and sadly, that actually didn't work. All it did is it blew open the doors to permanently render them open. And it looks like Khan, we get to see a horrible, horrible choice that Khan had to make. Trying to crawl his way over to the control station to seal off this blast door to save the rest of the metro. And there are Khan's two friends. And he had to shut the door in order to save the rest of the station. Or the rest of the stations from dying.
And that's how it happens sometimes, Ullman. I don't know why Polyanka decided to show this to you too. I only hope you'll never have to face a choice like the one I faced then. I was too young.
Let's go, Khan. We've no business sitting here.
And it is nice that Ullman can actually be a little bit serious there. You know, he understands kind of the... I don't even know the right word for it, just how heavy of a weight that must be on Khan to have done to write off two of his friends. Two of his only friends, apparently. But that was the Khan DLC. It's one of my favorite ones in terms of just the raw story potential of it and the references that it has to the rest of the franchise. Really, really enjoyed it. And I hope that this video came out properly. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.